Hello friends. So this is the first video I will be making on Skype for Business troubleshooting and sign-in process. So let's start and let's see how Skype for Business sign-in process and works and how we can troubleshoot if we have some issues. So I will be showing you the basic troubleshooting process, not much of it. So basic troubleshooting how you can do. I have a lab environment created, and in that lab I have these client machines. So this is lab entirely set up on premise. Nothing is online, nothing is cloud, everything online here, on premise here. Now before I initiate this Skype sign in, the username is t2contoso.com. I want to show you that I have this fiddler tool running. This is one of the tool that captures HTTPS traffic, which will be handy in case if you want to troubleshoot anything regarding the HTTPS traffic, because Skype for Business sign-in also include the HTTPS traffic, which may or may not be helpful, depends upon where you stuck while signing in. So let's not delay it and let's try to troubleshoot it. So before you troubleshoot, let's click on sign in. Let's see if it works or no. If it does work, I'll show you what exactly happens, and if it does not work, will go ahead and troubleshoot. I think it should work because though I did not check much of it, but I think I have already verified the services are running, the client is up to date, so it should work. While it's signing in, let me show you something that it is configured to use manual configuration, automatic configuration. It is not using manual configuration, although if we want, we can go ahead and specify the manual configuration and it will start using that. Since this is lab environment, it can take little longer. So let's see how long it takes. Here we see that it is trying to connect and establish a remote session with the DNS sipinternal.domain.com. Let's see. Looks like DNS is failing here. So let's see what we can do. Okay, it was able to connect to pool. Somehow it was able to manage through other DNS records. Now it is able to connect to the pool. You see here, still looking for sign in. So it will take probably another a minute or two. So there you go. Now it is looking for a password. So once it has reached to the front end server, it will ask for the password. Now I will be entering my password for this user account, and let's see if password is correct. So pool, it reaches to the pool and pool asks for the password, whether the user is validated or not. Before pool, the front end server let the user sign in, let the user get into the directory it wants to verify. So it asks for the password, and now it's looking for the credentials and directory. Once it is done, I'll show you something in the snooper as well. So now it says that we have issues there in the sign in. Let me go ahead and verify the DNS record. So I will make my domain controller up and running. My domain controller was not running for a while now, so I just need to verify. Oh. Okay, so this is cool. My domain controller is up and running. I'll go ahead and open DNS management just to make sure my DNS is working. I have all these records, that's fine. Let's just make sure that the user password is also correct. So I'll just open the users and computers. Okay, there you go. Users. I think it's under here. TU users 2. I will just reset the password to make sure that I have got the correct password. No, we want to change TU user 2. There you go. Let's try again. So there is a client tu2contest.com. I will try again. Probably it was something to do with the DNS. Now it is again there. SIP internal saying DNS lookup fail. That's interesting. Do I not have this DNS record in place? I need to check. Okay, DNS. SIP internal is not there. That's the reason. Okay. Okay, SIP internal is not there, but anyway, there are other records, so it is able to connect there. Since it is an internal user, so it should I should also have the SIP internal.contoso.com. It's there. Probably asking for my credential once again now. Let me provide the credential. So I keep this tool handy with me because this helped me to troubleshoot the user's problem or the sign-in troubleshooting, because through this I can see what is going on. Now it knows, it is able to find. It goes to auto discover. You can see that it went to auto discover and now the user is signed in. So I'm getting the certificate information from the Conto. So for this user, I'll just say no for now. Now see, the user was signed in. That's cool. So the pass, I'll just stop this capturing here. So if you notice, it went to the pool. If it is an internal sign-in, it will always go to the pool, and from pool it will go to the auto discover virtual directory that we have in the pool itself and in the IIS. And there you see this connection being established with the IIS directory, auto discover directory, and from there it was able to log in again. Now if we take a look, the user is signed in. That's a great thing. Now let me go ahead and show you another log that may be helpful. So we call the tool snooper. Let's see if I have this tool right here. Okay, I'll also go ahead and open the folder. So Microsoft Office, that's a default location, so it will always be there. Oh, okay, I think already attached it, so I don't need this. Now this file, UC CPI log file, this is where you'll need. You need to remember that this UC CPI log file will keep on changing as soon as we exit out of Skype and sign back in. This UC CPI log will be added back, and there will be like backup will be created for the same. So let's open this. So we should remember that we are always opening UC CPI API log file, not .bak, because BAK is backup. Okay, so here you see that it was able to negotiate with the front end. Tried to register, failed for initial. It only tried few times, failed. Again, it was only doing the NTLM. It was not doing it. Here you just see that it did the. Oh, it was doing Kerberos in testing since the internal user, failed again. But here if you notice, it was just doing register, negotiate, failed. Negotiate, register, unauthorized, failed. So it was doing that. Eventually I was able to verify the DNS, and it went through the Kerberos authentication here. Under Kerberos authentication, it was able to sign in VC200 OK, and the user is signed in. So if you also can find that information in the Fiddler. Once it is signed in, it will start sending all those other traffics that may not be relevant. This is for this service. It is looking for Exchange Auto Discover. So I have deployed the Exchange, but I have not configured it. So that's the reason. Anyway, this is signed in user. Now you can find this here. Keep in mind that if these will not appear here, these will stop appearing or will not at all appear until it is able to resolve the DNS. So first of all, it should do auto link discover link discover internal and link discover contoso.com. So if SIP internal is not there, it is able to find the pool information with this link discover internal and link discover contoso.com. Here in this contoso.com, it is getting this pool information. If you notice, it's getting pool.contoso.com where it has to connect to for auto discover. That's what it did in the next slide. So before it could actually connect to the auto discover, it was actually looking for a connection to the pool and getting itself authenticated. But before it was authenticated, it wanted a password which it was not accepting until unless I verified that I had a correct password. Once it was able to verify the correct password, it was able to post the query to the auto discover. It again forbidden, gave some error, but again it was look for the some certificates, and with the help of certificate, it was able to sign in. Cool. So that is all. This sign in works. The sign in on premise and sign in online, there is not much difference. The process is almost the same. Instead of doing this, it is able to find the pool FQDN instantly. It will be going through all those trouble. So internal will not work in case of if you have the account in online. This will work only using link discover external. A link discover record should be published correctly on your public DNS, and if it is published correctly, then you should always get the response like this. So here in my case, it is getting pool.contoso.com, but in your case, it should be some FQDN of your web conferencing server. So you can find all these information here, and so all these URLs should be returned when link discover is resolved. Thank you. Let me know your feedback, how I did, and if there was a better way to do it. So I only did some basic troubleshooting and how this link sign-in works. But there can be a better option. If you want me to do a deep dive, please let me know in the comment section so I can do a deep dive as well. And thank you for your support. And once again, please subscribe to the channel.